Charlie Harper?
Yeah?
Keep your hands off my wife.
Yes, sir. No problem.
You are so cute.
I know.
You have a girlfriend yet?
No, I'm a bachelor like my Uncle Charlie.
So you're never gonna get married?
No, as long as I got someone to clean my house and some action on a regular basis, I don't need a wife.
Excuse me?
I don't want to give anybody half my stuff.
Okay, bye-bye.
2.5 Men wasn't just another sitcom. It was a comedy powerhouse filled with unforgettable characters and nonstop laughs. From Charlie Harper's wild escapades to Alan's never-ending misfortunes and Jake's hilariously clueless remarks, the show kept audiences entertained for years. And, of course, we can't forget Berta, the no-nonsense housekeeper with a razor-sharp wit, or Evelyn, the cunning mother whose charm was as dangerous as her manipulation. But while these actors brought us so much joy, time has taken some of them from us. Today, we pay tribute to the 2.5 Men stars who are no longer with us. We'll look back at their lives, their careers, and the legacies they left behind, as well as the details surrounding their passing and final resting places. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt tributes and stories celebrating the lives of beloved entertainers. Now, let's honor the unforgettable stars who made 2.5 Men a true comedy classic. Conchata Ferrell as Berta. Conchata Ferrell was 60 years old when she joined 2.5 Men in 2003, stepping into the role of Berta, the tough, wisecracking housekeeper who never held back her opinions. Her sharp wit, blunt humor, and sarcastic one-liners made her a standout character, earning her a special place in the hearts of fans.
Hey, Charlie, I thought it over, and if you want me to kill your brother, I'll need the cash up front.
Over the years, Berta became one of the most beloved parts of the show, delivering some of its most iconic comedic moments. Beyond 2.5 Men, Ferrell had an extensive career in television and film. She played Susan Bloom on L.A. Law, portrayed Doris on ER, and had a memorable guest role as Mrs. Latham on The Big Bang Theory. On the big screen, she appeared in films like Edward Scissorhands and The Hot Chick, showcasing her range as an actress. In her later years, Ferrell's health declined significantly. After 2.5 Men ended, she faced multiple medical challenges, including a severe kidney infection, a heart attack, and ultimately cardiac arrest. She was placed in a long-term care facility, relying on a respirator and dialysis, which deeply affected her family. Through it all, her husband, Arnie Anderson, and their daughter, Samantha, remained by her side. On October 12, 2020, Conchata Ferrell passed away at the age of 77 due to complications from cardiac arrest. She was laid to rest at Forest Cemetery in Circleville, Ohio. Though her funeral was private, her unforgettable portrayal of Berta continues to bring laughter to audiences, ensuring that her legacy in comedy lives on. Cloris Leachman as Norma. Cloris Leachman was 79 years old when she made a memorable appearance on 2.5 Men in 2005 as Norma, Alan's eccentric and unpredictable girlfriend. With her offbeat humor and lively personality, Norma brought a unique comedic spark to the show. Her unconventional romance with Alan led to some hilarious and awkward moments, making her one of the most unforgettable guest characters.
That you are not old, you are a vibrant, fascinating woman, and I had a great time with you tonight.
Oh, likewise. And I want you to give some serious...
Leachman had a legendary career long before 2.5 Men. She won an Academy Award for The Last Picture Show and earned multiple Emmy Awards, including for her role as Phyllis Lindstrom on The Mary Tyler Moore Show. She also shone in Malcolm in the Middle, Raising Hope, and Mel Brooks' classic comedy Young Frankenstein, solidifying her place in Hollywood history. Despite her success, Leachman faced many personal hardships. She endured the heartbreaking loss of her son, Brian England, who struggled with alcoholism and drug addiction before passing away in 1986. She also went through a painful divorce from her husband, George England, after 26 years of marriage. In her final years, her health deteriorated as she battled the effects of a stroke and struggled with complications from COVID-19. On January 27, 2021, Cloris Leachman passed away at the age of 94 due to complications from a stroke, with COVID-19 listed as a contributing factor. She was cremated, and her ashes were scattered at sea. Despite the challenges she faced, her legacy as a comedic icon lives on, bringing laughter to generations of fans. Michael Clarke Duncan as Jerome Burnett. Michael Clarke Duncan joined 2.5 Men in 2008, portraying Jerome Burnett, a bodyguard who briefly enters Charlie Harper's world. Known for his imposing physique and deep voice, Duncan brought both strength and humor to the show, creating a memorable contrast to the laid-back characters around him.
So what have you been up to lately?
I'm still working for the Chargers, mostly front office stuff.
Really? So you probably have access to tickets and such.
I do. You want me to?
Before 2.5 Men, Duncan earned widespread recognition for his breakout role in The Green Mile, which garnered him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. He also appeared in films like Planet of the Apes, Sin City, and lent his voice to several animated projects. Duncan's personal life saw both joy and challenges. He met his fiancée, Omarosa Manigault, at a Whole Foods in Los Angeles, and they dated for 3 years before getting engaged. They planned to marry in January 2013, but tragically, Duncan passed away unexpectedly in September 2012 at the age of 54 due to complications from a heart attack he had suffered earlier that year. Following his death, family and estate issues emerged. Duncan's family accused Manigault of manipulating him during his final days and claimed she altered his will to leave most of his assets to her. They also alleged that she lied about their engagement and sold his belongings without their knowledge. Manigault, however, denied these accusations, maintaining that she had done nothing wrong. George Coe as Victor. George Coe was 84 years old when he appeared on 2.5 Men in 2003, playing Victor, a friend of Charlie's father who briefly became part of the show's quirky mix of characters. Though his screen time was limited, his presence added a unique charm to the series, especially in his interactions with Charlie and the Harper family.
That was a felony.
I realize, and I owe you one.
One? Seriously? One?
I want ice cream!
Beyond 2.5 Men, Coe had an extensive and varied career in film, television, and voice acting. He gained recognition for his work in The Stepford Wives and The King of Queens, and became well known for his voice roles in animated series like Archer and The Venture Bras. Despite his professional success, Coe faced several personal and health challenges. His first marriage to Nancy Baker ended in divorce, as did his second marriage to Karen Foray. In addition to personal struggles, he battled several illnesses, including Hodgkin's lymphoma, which he fought for nearly 20 years. His health continued to decline in his later years, and he ultimately passed away on July 18, 2015, at the age of 86, after a long battle with an unspecified illness. Though he is gone, George Coe's legacy lives on through his memorable performances, leaving behind a body of work that continues to entertain audiences. Suzanne Whang as anesthesiologist. Suzanne Whang was 43 years old when she appeared on 2.5 Men in 2007, playing the role of an anesthesiologist. Though brief, her role showcased her comedic charm and talent.
A little drowsy.
No drowsy. I want to be out. Completely out.
Don't worry, you will be. Right, Doctor?
Aye!
Best known as the longtime host of House Hunters, Whang also appeared in Las Vegas, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and ER. Beyond acting, she was a stand-up comedian and an advocate for mental health and cancer awareness. Diagnosed with breast cancer in 2006, Whang faced mounting medical costs as her condition worsened, requiring expensive immunotherapy. To help with expenses, she hosted the I'm Still Alive fundraiser, turning her battle into an inspiring cause. Suzanne Whang passed away on September 17, 2019, at the age of 56. She was cremated, and her ashes were kept private. Her resilience, talent, and advocacy continue to inspire many. Mike Connors as Hugo. Mike Connors, 82, made his mark on 2.5 Men in 2007, playing Hugo, a wealthy and eccentric businessman who briefly crossed paths with Charlie. While his role was brief, Connors brought a mix of sophistication and humor to the series, leaving a memorable impression.
They had any kids? I sure didn't sign on for any kids.
Just give me a minute, darling. I'll be right with you.
If I wanted to see any kids, I'd go visit my own.
Before 2.5 Men, Connors was best known for his iconic role as Joe Mannix, the tough private detective in the long-running TV series Mannix. Despite early challenges, including the show's low ratings and criticisms for violence, Connors' performance became a defining part of TV history. The show faced further struggles, with Connors later suing CBS and Paramount for owed royalties, though he ultimately triumphed over many obstacles. Connors also faced personal struggles, changing his name from Krukor Ohanian to avoid confusion with another actor, and overcoming typecasting in crime roles. Alongside his wife, Connors advocated for mental health awareness, especially after their son, Matthew, was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Mike Connors passed away on January 26, 2017, at the age of 91 from leukemia. He was cremated, and his ashes were kept by his family. Despite the difficulties he faced in his career and personal life, Connors' legacy endures, celebrated for both his iconic roles and his efforts in raising awareness for important causes. Tim Conway as Tim. Tim Conway was 80 years old when he joined 2.5 Men in 2007, portraying Tim, a quirky and somewhat inept character who becomes part of the Harper family's extended circle. Though his role was brief, Conway's signature physical comedy and impeccable timing brought plenty of laughs, making him a memorable guest character.
I just got back from the eye doctor. Boy, he robbed me blind.
I can only read the top lines of the eye chart.
Before 2.5 Men, Conway had a legendary career in television and film. He was best known for his work on The Carol Burnett Show, where he created numerous beloved characters and won multiple Emmy Awards. He also starred in McHale's Navy and appeared in films such as The Apple Dumpling Gang and Con Man. Despite his comedic genius, Conway faced significant personal and health challenges later in life. He was diagnosed with dementia, which progressively affected his ability to communicate and perform. His final years were marked by a legal battle between his wife, Charlene, and his daughter, Kelly, over his medical care. The dispute highlighted the emotional strain his condition placed on his loved ones. Tim Conway passed away on May 14, 2019, at the age of 85 due to complications from a long illness. He was laid to rest at Westwood Memorial Park in Los Angeles, California. Despite his health struggles, his impact on comedy remains timeless, and his legacy continues to bring laughter to generations of fans. Carl Reiner as Marty Pepper. Carl Reiner was 87 years old when he joined 2.5 Men in 2011, portraying Marty Pepper, an amusing and slightly eccentric character who added charm and wit to the show. Though his role was brief, Reiner's impeccable comedic timing and legendary presence made his appearance a standout moment.
Do I have to sign a prenup?
Of course not.
Then yes.
And I want your son to be my best man.
Before 2.5 Men, Carl Reiner had already cemented his status as a comedy icon. He created The Dick Van Dyke Show, where he also starred as Alan Brady, and collaborated frequently with Mel Brooks on classic comedy routines. His work spanned television, film, and theater, with notable credits including Ocean's 11 and The Jerk. Despite his long and celebrated career, Reiner faced personal challenges, including the loss of his wife, Estelle, in 2008 after 64 years of marriage. The two had a deeply loving relationship, and her passing was a significant emotional blow. Reiner also lived long enough to see many of his close friends and collaborators, such as Mel Brooks and Norman Lear, grow old alongside him, but he openly expressed sadness over outliving so many of his peers. Carl Reiner passed away on June 29, 2020, at the age of 98 due to natural causes. His burial took place privately at his home, with details not publicly disclosed. Even in his final years, Reiner remained active on social media, sharing humor and wisdom, proving that his comedic spirit never faded. Martin Mull as Russell. Martin Mull was 65 years old when he appeared on 2.5 Men in 2008, playing Russell, a laid-back yet eccentric pharmacist who added a touch of dry humor to the show. His effortless comedic timing and sarcastic wit made him a standout character despite his limited screen time.
You blew 3 marriages doesn't mean I can't make this work.
You're a funny guy, Charlie. And that's not just the
Mull was best known for playing Colonel Mustard in Clue, 1985, Leon Karp, Roseanne's boss, on Roseanne, and starring alongside Fred Willard on Norman Lear's Fernwood 2 Night. His career spanned decades, showcasing his talent in comedy, television, and film. In addition to acting, he was a skilled musician, painter, and writer, making him a true Renaissance man in the entertainment industry. Despite his success, Mull faced personal challenges, including the unpredictable nature of Hollywood fame. He was married 3 times, eventually finding stability in his 3rd marriage. In his later years, he battled motor neurological diseases, which affected his ability to speak and made communication increasingly difficult. Though he rarely spoke about his struggles, those close to him knew how much he fought to maintain his sense of humor and creativity. Martin Mull passed away on June 27, 2024, at the age of 80, after battling a long illness. Per his wishes, there were no funeral services, and his remains were donated to the UCLA Body Donation Program for Medical Science. His legacy as a comedic genius and multi-talented artist continues to be celebrated by fans and colleagues alike. Georgia Engel as Jean. Georgia Engel was 64 years old when she appeared on 2.5 Men in 2003, portraying Jean, a sweet and somewhat naive woman who becomes romantically involved with Alan. Her character added a sense of warmth and innocence to the show, serving as a delightful contrast to its more sarcastic and cynical personalities. With her soft-spoken humor and gentle nature, Jean became a charming and memorable presence.
We don't have to.
No, that's fine. I'm not afraid of homeless people.
Engel had already built a remarkable career long before her 2.5 Men appearance. She was best known for playing Georgette Franklin, the kind-hearted but ditzy wife of Ted Baxter on The Mary Tyler Moore Show, a role that earned her multiple Emmy nominations. She also appeared in Everybody Loves Raymond, Hot in Cleveland, and Coach, in addition to having a successful career in theater, including Broadway productions. Despite her success, Engel faced personal challenges. Though she was married to Ted Baxter from 1975, the couple never had children. In her later years, her health declined. On April 12, 2019, she passed away at the age of 70 due to heart failure. She was laid to rest at Cape Charles Cemetery in Cape Charles, Northampton County, Virginia. John Amos as Ed. John Amos was 71 years old when he appeared on 2.5 Men in 2006, playing Ed, a character who brought his signature charm and authority to the show. Though his role was brief, Amos's presence added depth, showcasing the veteran actor's ability to command the screen with ease.
So listen, I'm sorry things didn't pan out with you and Charles.
Me too.
Relationships can be a lot of work, even if you've known someone.
Amos had a celebrated career spanning decades, with iconic roles in Good Times, Roots, and The West Wing. Despite his professional success, his life was marked by challenges. In the 1950s, he was suspected of being a communist and subsequently blacklisted, leading to professional isolation. He recalled how fellow actors avoided being seen with him and how CBS doormen would turn their backs, comparing the experience to modern-day Hollywood. In his personal life, Amos went through 2 divorces and had a complicated relationship with his daughter, Shannon. In 2024, she accused his son, KC, of elder abuse, claiming he isolated their father and denied him proper medical care. Their dispute escalated after Amos changed his will before his death, leading to further legal battles. In 2016, Amos was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia, a progressive disease that affected his cognitive and motor functions. Despite his declining health, he continued working, with his final role in Suits, LA, filmed in April 2024. John Amos passed away on August 21, 2024 at the age of 84 due to congestive heart failure, a condition he had battled for years. He was cremated, and his ashes were kept private. His legacy as a trailblazing actor and a resilient figure in Hollywood continues to inspire generations. Willie Garson as Dr. Staven. Willie Garson was 49 years old when he joined 2.5 Men in 2011, portraying Dr. Staven, a quirky character who brought humor and charm to the show. His brief appearance highlighted his signature wit and comedic timing.
Dave.
Oh, please, call me Steven.
Well, Staven?
It's made me a stronger person.
You know,
Best known for playing Stanford Blatch on Sex and the City, Garson also starred in White Collar and appeared in The X-Files, Supergirl, There's Something About Mary, and Groundhog Day. Despite his success, he faced personal challenges, never marrying but dedicating himself to fatherhood after adopting his son, Nathan, in 2009. He also privately battled pancreatic cancer while continuing to work, keeping his diagnosis hidden from most. Willie Garson passed away on September 21, 2021, at the age of 57. He was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, Los Angeles. His talent, generosity, and devotion to his son continue to be remembered by fans and loved ones. Tanita Castro as Esmeralda. Tanita Castro was 58 years old when she appeared on 2.5 Men in 2011, playing Esmeralda, a character who brought humor and charm to the show. Though her role was brief, Castro's performance left a lasting impact, showcasing her impeccable comedic timing and engaging personality.
Sea orinado en sus pantalones.
No sé. Berta me lo advirtió.
Before her appearance on 2.5 Men, Castro built a diverse career in television and film, with roles in The Mentalist, NCIS, The X-Files, and The Longest Yard. She was also a talented theater actress, known for her versatility across different genres. During her time on Life in Pieces, Castro began feeling ill and was eventually diagnosed with stomach cancer. Despite her health struggles, she continued to work, demonstrating her dedication to her craft. Sadly, Tanita Castro passed away on May 8, 2016, at the age of 63 after battling the illness. She was cremated, and her ashes were kept by her family. Her legacy lives on through her memorable performances and the warmth she brought to every role. Harry Dean Stanton as Earl. Harry Dean Stanton was 78 years old when he appeared on 2.5 Men in 2012, playing Earl, a gruff yet endearing character. Though his time on the show was brief, his presence added a unique charm, reflecting his ability to make even the smallest roles memorable.
Here's something about relevant. The root of the word relevant is rel.
Stanton's career spanned over 6 decades, with standout performances in Paris, Texas, Repo Man, and Twin Peaks. Despite his success, he remained intensely private, never marrying or having children. He often kept his personal struggles hidden, including his declining health. Friends noticed he had become ill and was coughing frequently, but he brushed off concerns, insisting he didn't care about dying, though some suspected he thought about it more than he let on. A lifelong heavy smoker, Stanton was candid about his habits, once responding to a friend's warning that cigarettes would kill him by saying, "I hope it does." Harry Dean Stanton passed away on September 15, 2017, at the age of 91 due to congestive heart failure and complications from pneumonia. He was laid to rest at Bluegrass Memorial Gardens in Nicholasville, Kentucky. His legacy as a one-of-a-kind character actor continues to leave a lasting impact on Hollywood. Jon Polito as Mr. Sharipa. Jon Polito was 58 years old when he appeared on 2.5 Men in 2004, playing the quirky and humorous Mr. Sharipa. Despite his brief appearance, Polito's distinctive voice and comedic timing made him a standout, leaving a lasting impression on the show.
Just between you and me, she enjoys a little spanking from Santa.
Before 2.5 Men, Polito had a long and celebrated career, known for his roles in The Big Lebowski, Miller's Crossing, and Homicide: Life on the Street. His extensive acting career spanned over 3 decades, earning him recognition as a respected character actor. In his personal life, Polito faced challenges, including difficulties in his marriage, and he did not have children. He battled complications from multiple myeloma for an extended period, which took a toll on his health. Despite these personal and health struggles, Polito remained dedicated to his career and was highly respected in Hollywood. Jon Polito passed away on September 1st, 2016, at the age of 65 after a long battle with multiple myeloma. He was cremated, and his ashes were kept private. Orson Bean as Norman. Orson Bean was 77 years old when he appeared on 2.5 Men in 2008, playing Norman. His brief but memorable role showcased his sharp comedic timing and charm, leaving a lasting impression on the show.
Husband, is that supposed to cheer me up?
No, I just wanted you to know.
Now, I get it. You're a nice guy, and I'm...
Bean's career spanned over 6 decades, with notable roles in Desperate Housewives, The Twilight Zone, and The Super. Despite his success, he faced several challenges throughout his life. In the 1950s, he was suspected of being a communist and blacklisted, causing many actors to avoid him. Even the doorman at CBS turned him away. Later, Bean struggled with addiction, but after a transformative experience, he found peace through connecting with a higher power. On February 7th, 2020, at the age of 91, Bean tragically passed away after being struck by 2 cars while crossing the street in Venice, California. He was on his way to see his wife, actress Allie Mills, perform in a play. A car clipped him, causing him to fall, and a second car fatally struck him as bystanders tried to warn the driver. Both drivers cooperated with investigators. Orson Bean was cremated, and his ashes were scattered at sea. His legacy as a talented actor and resilient individual lives on through his body of work and the impact he had on those who knew him. Brian Turk as Mike. Brian Turk was 38 years old when he appeared on 2.5 Men in 2003, playing Mike, a quirky friend of Alan Harper. Although his role was brief, Turk's performance brought humor and a lighthearted dynamic to the show.
Would it be nice if everybody did the same?
Hang on to this, Slick. Now, you want to explain those rules again, Jughead?
Before his time on 2.5 Men, Turk had guest roles in The X-Files, Beverly Hills 90210, and That 70s Show. And he also appeared in the film American Pie 2. His career highlighted his versatility across both television and film, earning recognition for his role in ER as well. Sadly, Brian Turk passed away on September 13th, 2019, at the age of 49 after a battle with cancer. He was laid to rest in a private ceremony. His legacy lives on through his memorable roles and the positive impact he had on those who knew him. Terry Rhodes as Dr. Andrew Spurlock. Terry Rhodes was 53 years old when he appeared on 2.5 Men in 2004, playing Dr. Andrew Spurlock. Though his role was brief, his performance added to the show's humor and charm, showcasing his talent for portraying authoritative yet comedic characters.
Then it shouldn't be a problem. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you have children already?
Beyond 2.5 Men, Rhodes had a successful career in both television and film. He was best known for his roles in The Day After Tomorrow, 2004, and Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, 1997. He also made guest appearances on Friends, Seinfeld, The West Wing, and Ally McBeal, proving his versatility as an actor. Despite his success, Rhodes faced challenges in Hollywood, struggling with the pressures of fame and the unpredictability of the industry. He also battled amyloidosis, a rare and serious disease that causes abnormal protein deposits in the organs. Unfortunately, the disease ultimately took a toll on his health. Terry Rhodes passed away on October 1st, 2013, at the age of 61, due to complications from amyloidosis. He was cremated, and his ashes were kept private. His contributions to film and television continue to be remembered by fans and colleagues alike. Richard Lewis as Stan. Richard Lewis was 57 years old when he appeared on 2.5 Men in 2004, playing Stan, a character who brought his signature neurotic humor to the show. Though his role was brief, his sharp wit and dry comedic style left a lasting impression, adding to the show's humor.
It would be, royalties from your jingles, right? And this cup, your financial well-being. This little hole.
Before 2.5 Men, Lewis was best known for his stand-up comedy and roles in Curb Your Enthusiasm and Anything But Love. His self-deprecating humor and raw honesty made him a beloved figure in comedy, but behind the laughter, he faced significant personal struggles. Lewis battled addiction for years, struggling with alcohol and drug abuse throughout his early career. After hitting rock bottom, he sought help and became sober in 1994, later using his experiences to advocate for recovery. In addition to addiction, Lewis suffered from severe health issues. In 2023, he revealed he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a progressive disorder that affected his movement and speech, ultimately forcing him to retire from stand-up. Richard Lewis passed away on February 27, 2024, at the age of 76, due to a heart attack. He was laid to rest at Temple of Aaron Cemetery in Roseville, Minnesota. His legacy as a comedic icon and his openness about his struggles continue to inspire generations of performers and fans. James Earl Jones as himself. James Earl Jones made a memorable guest appearance on 2.5 Men when he was 77, playing himself with his signature deep voice and commanding presence. His brief but impactful role showcased his ability to blend humor with his legendary gravitas, making for an unforgettable moment on the show.
Only on the middle prong.
To be completely honest, I didn't know Charlie Harper. But any man.
With a career spanning over 6 decades, Jones was best known for his iconic voice work as Darth Vader in Star Wars and Mufasa in The Lion King, as well as his powerful performances in The Great White Hope, Field of Dreams, and Coming to America. He was widely regarded as one of the greatest actors of all time, earning multiple Tony, Emmy, and Grammy Awards. Despite his success, Jones faced significant challenges in his life. As a child, he developed a severe stutter that left him nearly mute for years, only overcoming it through the power of poetry and acting. Later in life, he faced personal hardships, including divorces from 2 wives. In 2016, Jones was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia, a progressive neurological disease that affected his memory and motor skills. He also battled congestive heart failure for years. James Earl Jones passed away at his home in Pawling, New York on September 9, 2024 at the age of 93. His contributions to film, television, and theater remain unparalleled, and his voice will continue to resonate for generations to come. Bob Morrissey as Dr. Little. Bob Morrissey was 59 years old when he appeared on 2.5 Men in 2005, portraying Dr. Little, a quirky and humorous character who brought warmth and wit to the show. His performance added to the lighthearted moments of the series, showcasing his ability to bring charm to every role.
Your mother's gonna be fine. I've run a battery of tests. I can't find a thing wrong with her. Are you sure? As sure as I can be. Her heart's fine, lungs are fine, blood chemistry's good, EEG's normal.
Before 2.5 Men, Morrissey had guest roles in The West Wing, ER, and The X-Files, among others. His career spanned many years, earning him recognition for his versatility in both television and film. Bob Morrissey passed away on December 29, 2017, at the age of 71 after battling cancer. He was cremated, and his ashes were kept private. Morrissey's legacy lives on through the characters he portrayed and the impact he had on the entertainment industry. Lillian Adams as Mrs. Freeman T. Lillian Adams was 87 years old when she appeared on 2.5 Men in 2004, portraying Mrs. Freeman T. Her role was small but memorable, as she brought a distinct charm and wit to the character, adding a touch of humor to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Harper.
And remember, no more rough sex.
Dr. Harper, you're terrible.
Adams had a knack for playing quirky supporting characters, and her performance in this role was no exception. Beyond her role on 2.5 Men, Adams appeared in movies such as Private Benjamin and Bruce Almighty, as well as television series such as Gomer Pyle, USMC, The Twilight Zone, and Married with Children, among others. While Adams was celebrated for her work on screen, she faced personal challenges. She never married or had children and encountered financial instability in her later years. Additionally, Adams struggled with diminishing eyesight, which affected her daily life and work. Despite these obstacles, she remained dedicated to her craft, earning the respect of her colleagues for her resilience. Lillian Adams passed away on May 25, 2011, at the age of 89 from heart failure in Woodland Hills, California. Her legacy continues to be remembered by those who worked with her and by her fans. Thank you so much for joining us as we celebrated the remarkable cast of 2.5 Men. We hope this video brought back some cherished memories of the show and its unforgettable stars. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for more heartfelt tributes to the beloved faces we all remember. Feel free to share your favorite moments from 2.5 Men cast members in the comments below. Until next time, take care and keep the memories alive.